don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe. So this is our first video for further calculus, and make sure you stay here to listen to everything that we are going to do here, and engage with us, and share the video with your friends to also join us learning here with Maybelline. So what I'm going to do is, each video that we are going to do, I'm going to give you some small basic idea. We practice, and I'm going to give you a trial question to also try. And I love having you guys submitting your answer in the comment section, and the ones that we need to prove, I love you guys to submit it in the Merbs Connect community. I'll show you how to do that with some video. I'll post it on our WhatsApp channel so that you know how to do so. So without wasting much time, let's jump right in. So we are starting our video with inverse of function, because everything that we are going to do, we are going to do more with how to find inverse of a function, and we differentiate it, and we go to integration too as well. So learning how to find inverse of a function is very important. Some of them are very complicated. Some of them too, I know you know how to do it already. So these are the few steps that we can go through to get our inverse function. Right, so let's jump right in by starting with example. So we have f of x, which is this, and we want to find f inverse. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to let y to be equal to f of x. So it means that now I can replace f of x and write y is equal to 2x plus 1 over x minus 1. So we have two ways of doing this. Here is either you solve for x, when you are done, then you interchange x and y, or you interchange x and y before you solve for y, right? So if you solve for x, when you are done, you need to interchange x and y, or here you can just interchange x and y and then you solve for y. So let me solve for y here by interchanging x and y. Then the next one, I will use the other way. So here I'm going to interchange x and y. So interchange x and y, I'm going to have x is equal to 2y plus 1 divided by y minus 1. And now this is divided by 1. So I'll do the cross multiplication. This will multiply this, and this will multiply that. So I'm going to have x y minus 1 equals 2y plus 1. And what are we going to get here? I can simplify this. Xy minus x equals 2y plus 1. Don't forget we have interchanged x and y already. So I'm looking for y, or I want to make y the subject. So I can move this to this side, or let me see, I can subtract 2y here, subtract 2y here, so that this and this will cancel. Or you can say that just move this one to the left side. And since it's positive, when it comes to the left side, come negative. So I'm going to have xy minus 2y. Then I'll move this one to the right side and become positive because it's minus. Or you can say add plus x, so that this will cancel this. So this is going to give us 1 plus x. Now, since we want to make y the subject, I can factor y out and have x minus 2, right? So when I multiply y back, I get what is here. And this is going to be equal to 1 plus x. Now, we can divide through by this, which is going to give us y, which is equal to 1 plus x divided by x minus 2. So this is the inverse of x, which is equal to 1 plus x divided by x minus 2. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Now, let me use the same question again to go through the next one that I was talking about. So, yes, so I'll just end it here. Now, from here, what I can do is I can decide to make x the subject. So instead of interchanging x and y, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to write it straight. So this is divided by 1. So I'll multiply this one by this and this one by that. So I'm going to just have y times x minus 1 equals 2x plus 1. Then I'll multiply through and have xy minus y equals 2x plus 1. So don't forget here we are making x the subject. So I'm going to move 2x to the left, which is going to give us xy minus 2x equals, then I move the minus y to the right and have 1 plus y. Now, because I'm making x the subject, I can factor x out and have y minus 2, which is equal to 1 plus y. Divide through by y minus 2, and we have x is equal to 1 plus y divided by y minus 2. So what we are going to do is now we are going to interchange x and y. So when I do that, I'm going to have y equals 1 plus x divided by x minus 2, which is the same as this one here. So it's either you interchange after you set your y to be equal to the function, it's either you interchange and you solve for y, or you can solve for x, and then when you are done, you interchange it. That's two ways of solving this. Very simple from there. Okay, let's look at question 2. So question 2, we want to find inverse of this. So first, we are going to let y equals f of x. So that's what we are going to do here. Then we are going to have y to be equal to minus 3 log 1 minus 4x plus y. Good. So I'll just go through the process of interchanging x and y first before, I solve for y, so that I get my answer straight and then I'm done. So I'm going to interchange x and y. So I'm going to have x equals minus 3 log of 1 minus 4y plus 1. So I want to make y the subject, right? So I need to move all the functions on y so that I can get y standing alone. So first thing that I can do here is I can subtract minus 1 here so that this one will go away and subtract minus 1 here. Or I can just move plus 1 to the left, which will become negative. So I'm going to have x minus 1 equals minus 3 log of 1 minus 4y. Now, what I can do again is, since I'm still looking for y here, I can divide both sides by minus 3, divide this one by minus 3, right? So that I'll have x minus 1 divided by minus 3, which is equal to log of 1 minus 4y. Now, what I can do here is, you see, this is minus, right? So I can make sure that I bring the minus here, right? So this is the same as minus up. As soon as I put the minus on the top, I need to put this one in parentheses, because if you don't do that, you are going to have minus x minus 1 over 2, which is not correct, because this minus here is not affecting only the x, it's affecting the minus 1 too. So this is going to give us log of 1 minus 4y. Now, I can decide to multiply through the minus so that I have 1 minus x divided by 3. So when I multiply this by this, I'm going to get minus, and this is going to be positive. That's why I brought the 1 before the x. So we are going to have log of 1 minus this. Now, we want to make y the subject, so we need to get rid of the log here. Now, log without base, we assume that it's 10. So let's assume that the log is base 10, So it means that I need to take the antilog, but because this is 10, then I need to raise everything here to the power 10. So I'm going to have 10 to the power 1 minus x divided by 3, which is equal to 10 to the power log of 10. Okay, this one is not there, so let me just leave it out. 1 minus 4y. Now the antilog of the log here, right, because this is base 10, is just going to be what is here. So I'm just going to have 10, 1 minus x divided by 3, which is equal to 1 minus 4y. So we are almost there. Now what we can do here is now, I'm going to move the 1 to this side. So I'm going to have 10 to the power 1 minus x divided by 3 minus 1, which is equal to minus 4y. And finally, I'm going to divide both sides by -4. Divide this one by -4. And we are going to have y equals 10 to the power 1 minus x divided by 3 minus 1 divided by -4. And if we want to simplify this, we can say that y is equal to, so I'll bring the minus up again, right? So I'm going to have minus in parentheses. So as soon as minus comes, I have my parentheses there. So 1 minus x divided by 3 minus 1 divided by 4. And finally, let's assume that I want to simplify again. I can write this one up, multiply 2 by minus, and the minus 1 will be positive, and I'm going to have minus 10, 1 minus x, 1 minus x divided by 3 divided by 4. So therefore my inverse, f inverse of the function is going to be 1 minus 10 to the power 1 minus x divided by 3 divided by 4. I hope you are enjoying my step-by-step approach of solving. I just want you to, I know some of them you can just know what we are going to do, but I just want to break it down for everyone to really understand what we are doing, so that when you get similar questions or different questions, you'll be able to know the steps and then you follow along. So that's basically the reason why I do my best to go through the solution step by step. So I hope you are enjoying it. Now let's look at this one, the same approach, y equals f of x. Now we are going to have y equals the log of 3, 2x minus 1 minus 7. So one thing that we need to notice here is that now they've given us the base, which is 3. So this is going to be the same as 3. Then we can simplify this to have minus 8. Good. So minus 8, we don't have anything to do now. So the first thing that we need to do here is to interchange x and y. So I'm going to have x equals log of base 3, 2x minus 2y minus 8. Now we want to make y the subject. So because we want to make y the subject, we need to get rid of this. So because this is now base 3, we need to raise this and this. We need to raise this and this to the power 3, right? So we are going to have this to the, sorry, we need to raise it to the power, the base of 3, sorry. So this is now going to be 3 log of 3, 2y minus 8, and this is 3x equals, so now this and this will just, because they are the anti, we are going to have something like 2y minus 8. Great. So this is what we are going to get here. So now we want to make y the subject. So I can move the minus 8 to the left, which becomes positive. So I'm going to have 3x plus 8 equals 2y. So now I divide 2 by 2, and I'm going to have my y to be equal to 3 to the power x plus 8 divided by 2. Yeah, so that will be just my inverse of f. It's very simple, right? Yeah, you just need to practice, and we are there, right? So let's do 1, 2 or 3 more, and then I'll give you one to try and leave your answer in the comment section. So let's look at this one. Now, this one is very tricky. If you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, let's see whether you are seeing what I'm seeing. So first, I'll let y to be equal to f of x, to have my y to be equal to 3 minus 8x plus 6 minus 4. And when I saw this question first, I thought this is going to be so complicated because of this. But I looked at the question very well and I saw that, okay, this is actually 3. This is also actually 3. So they have the same base. And we can use lots of indices, right? If I have a to the power m divided by a to the power n, then this is the same as m minus n. And that's basically going to reduce, how to solve this equation here. So I can write this one as y is equal to 3 to the power minus 6x plus 5 minus, so this is my a, this is my a, So I maintain the a here. This, my m is this one, and my n is this one. So I need to subtract minus n. So minus, then you need to put it inside what? Parenthesis. Minus 8x plus 6 minus 4. So this reduces the question, right? So let's go. Still, we are simplifying. So this is going to be 3 minus 6x plus 5, then plus 8x minus 6 minus 4. I think let me just shift my solution to this side small. Great. So what can we do now? We are going to have y equals 3. So minus 6, 8 is going to be 2x. And then 5 minus 6 is going to be minus 1 minus 4. So basically, this was the question that they're supposed to give in to us, right? This is supposed to be the question, find inverse of this. But they wanted us to be smart, right? So what we are going to do here is, now we can interchange x and y. So let's do that. So x equals 3, 2y minus 1 minus 4. Then we make y the subject. So I'll start by saying that add plus 4 on both sides, or move minus 4 to this side to have x plus 4, which is equal to 3y minus 1, right? Great. Then what can we do here? Now that we have this, we can see that this is exponential, right? 3 to the power something. So remember, let's go up here. Anytime we have a log function, we need to take the exponent, right? So look at what is here. X to the power 3. So for us to move this to this, we need to take the log, because when we took the 3, we were able to ignore or take away the log. That's basically what is going to happen here. So anytime we have exponent here, we just need to take the log, right? And sometimes if it is objective, you need to look at the options before you choose, because here I can decide to choose the log function, or I can decide to choose the natural log function. But here I'm going to choose the log function. So I'm going to take log of base 3, because this is 3, right? The base here is 3. So I need to choose the log to the base 3. So I'm going to choose log base 3 of x plus 4 equals log base 3 of 3 to y minus 1. Great. So that I have this and this to be the same. Now I can write this one as log the base 3 x plus 4, which is equal to, so one of the law of logarithm will help us to bring this one down here. So this is going to be 2y minus 1, and then log of this. And we know that when we have this and this is equal to 1, right? That's basically the idea. So it means that this is going to give us 1 here, and we are going to have log of base 3x plus 4, which is equal to 2y minus 1. I hope you are enjoying the class. All right, so now let's try and then make y the subject. So move minus 1 to this side, and we are going to have log of 3x plus 4 plus 1, which is equal to 2y. And you divide through by 2, and you get your y, right? So y will be equal to log of base 3 x plus 4 plus 1 divided by 2. I hope you are enjoying the class. Make sure you comment, you like, and you share. So this is our last example, and I'm going to give you a trial question for you to try. Please make sure when you solve it, you put your final results in the comment section. If you want to, if you want us to see all your solution too, you can post it in Merbs Connect community on YouTube. You just go there, you take a picture, make sure that the picture that you are taking is very clear so that we can see, and you just, okay, this is my solution to maybe the inverse questions or inverse trial example, and we will see it also from there. Or you can also post your final results in the comment section. All right, so this is the trial question for you. Try it and leave your answer in the comment section. See you in the next video.